What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and today we've got another Guess the ELO. This one looks to be a pretty long game. It's a 24-turn game on a normal continent. Illyrian versus Aquarion. I don't recognize the Illyrian player, but I think I recognize the Aquarion player. If I am identifying them correctly, they're a very good player, so we're not going to be seeing it from their point of view because we're trying to guess the Illyrian ELO, but this should be a good game. Let's get right into things. So right away, the opening is fine. But getting Org here is not fine. You don't have the most forest. Oh, hold on. I guess I can see the idea, because if you make a Polytar, I don't know. I feel like I'd still just prefer to get Sanctuaries, because you have like a nice level 3 here and 3 here, and a nice level 2, if nothing else. Like, it's not that bad. I'd still rather get Forestry. So yeah, that's what's happening. Going for Org. Then getting the Ruins, and the Ruins kind of has to bail you out a little bit. It is a continents map, which is very good for Illyrian, although I do think... Wait. Okay, yeah, my eyes do not deceive me. We bought farming there. That is a terrible play. Again, first off, no forestry. Second off, we didn't use farming. We didn't actually do anything with it. I would have trained a warrior instead. Saved the stars. Strategy, very unfortunate Ruins result. Then, I mean, our eco's not doing terrible, but like, we're not making use of the huge advantage that Illyrian has, that being Sanctuaries. I don't really like that capital upgrade either, because again, we need to get the Sanctuaries up. We need to get forestry and all that, and we're not getting forestry at all. We're getting strategy for some reason. Are we going to get Sanctuaries this game? I'm really hoping so. So, another unfortunate Ruins. We do seem to be able to get to this other island, which is amazing. So this spawn is definitely bailing you out. Because, I mean, I don't think this is... This seems extremely questionable. Why are we training this defender? Like, I kind of get this, but even then, like, we have this defender already that can go into the port, so, like, I don't like it. And again, like, why are we going for, like, trying to get so many ports out so early? We're against Aquarion, and we know we're against Aquarion. The worst thing you can ever do against Aquarion is try to compete against their naval. Aquarion naval is simply, like, you can't compete with it, except for, like, in the late game with bombers. But you have 18 stars per turn. You are not using bombers at this time. You gotta wait. So I feel like you're vastly overspending. Okay, we just bought forestry for no reason. This feels like some like 1200 ELO gameplay. I mean, we take advantage of this sanctuary spot. We really don't like developing our eco that much. Like, the eco seems good until you remember this is Illyrian on a normal continent. Why are we getting riding? Riding makes no sense here. Well, I mean, it makes some sense, like, you get roads, but like, get your sanctuaries first. Jeez. I'm gonna keep saying that over and over again. Sanctuaries, 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 man. I mean, I can see Illyrian just winning this anyway, because this is a normal continent against Aquarion, and somehow you're able to snag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I struggle to get 10 cities on a large continent. So this is, like, kind of insane. Like, I feel like you might just win off that factor alone, just your spawn was that good. Because the execution... it is... I mean, the road placements are good at least, like... You know, that's definitely one thing I can really respect here. These roads are very efficient. We're placing as few as we can, using ports to help with connections. Though we did kind of mess this up. We should have, like, placed here and here. And then port. That would have saved some roads. So I guess it's still not perfect. Like, again, this is certainly not high elo gameplay. That is 100% out of the question. We're going for some greedy border growths, but Illyrian can get away with it. We get a very nice sanctuary spot here, or just here. so like that border growth is fine. And against Aquarion, we should be playing greedy anyway. You can't really rush Aquarion on a normal continent because Aquarion is the cheapest navy ever. They're just going to like beat you to death. I can't believe we got sailing here though. Like, what is sailing doing? Like, I think it'd be better to get like a good defense against it, like their jellies and crabs, like some archers. So you get some exploring, and wow, yeah, it looks like Aquarion just has access to nothing. Because like the way that continents works, right, is you start on your home continent and both sides are supposed to, keyword supposed to, have the same size of starting continent. So 5 and 5. And then there's the other islands here, which is a 3, in this case, and a 2. This is not part of the starting continent. These diagonal connections is, I'm pretty sure, just an unintended feature. They're usually not supposed to be connected by land, but sometimes you can get lucky. So like you started on 5, but you're able to easily get 5 more, and Aquarion was not. And it looks like their density is also pretty bad. They had like a huge landmass, but the same amount of cities as your small landmass. I mean, Aquarion, can you turn this one around? Maybe I'm not rooting for you. I'm sorry, Illyrian. Whoa, okay, never mind. I'm not rooting for the Aquarion either. They got math, but they have not made use of that. Okay, so I don't know who to root for. Which one of you is subscribed? Oh wait, no. It's probably the Illyrian player. Shoot. Yeah, this is gonna be the gameplay of all time. Again, I already feel pretty locked in about like my Elo guess. There'd have to be something absolutely mind-blowing for me to change my mind. So I'm just kind of like sitting and watching the game at this point. Like, oh, whoa, we actually do get archery. Okay. Maybe 1300? I'm still thinking no way above 1300, like... Although I could change my mind on that, but like... the opening was terrible. Just horrible. Like, the opening, like, 10 turns, I kind of despised. Oh, stuff is happening. And... I mean, we're kind of doing things. That's all I can really say, to be honest. I know this is not the most insightful commentary, but I really don't know what there is to comment on. I mean, that city got taken. I don't think there's much you could do about it. Even if you could egg push, like, it's just gonna get taken back again. And, like, these are very hard to defend, so is Aquarion gonna win? You got some archers going pew pew. Navigation, I'm not optimistic about navigation. How much did navigation cost again? 28 stars, and we got 8 stars back, and now we have the ability to make bombers, which, honestly, like, bombers are usually pretty terrible unit because they're extremely expensive, so, like, unless your eco is, like, double this, I'm not even joking, like, your eco has to be a lot for bombers to actually be good. So, like... yeah, just navigation for the bombers does not seem that useful. Like, I'd rather be trying to get, like, construction in markets or something like that. You know, getting your eco up before you invest in the thing that requires a big eco. You know, it seems a little... like, maybe you get a bomber and cool, you get a bomber and maybe it gets value. But, like, it's still 15 stars and also the tech price. So, like even if you get like 2 useful bombers, it's still not gonna pay off all that well. And it's still a very risky investment. Okay, it looks like the Aquarion player is just gonna win. Because, I mean, you went for a really early naval against the tribe that will absolutely destroy you if you go early naval. So I feel like this is kind of just like a... because there's not a ton of, like, really stupid micro decisions from what I can see. The micro is actually pretty decent. So honestly, because of that, I might think this is like maybe a 1350, 1400 player, which I know my estimates have like kept going up. But like their micro is actually pretty good. It's just they don't know how to play against Aquarion, like at all. Like maybe they're just not familiar with the matchup. So honestly, I guess that's fair. So now you know for next time, do not try to invest in the water. Because if y'all remember with the Aquarion until I lose series, I lost a land battle. I was actually like winning on the water pretty decisively, but I got absolutely obliterated on the land. Even though like, yeah, it was even on a continent's map, but like, yeah, you gotta fight the winning battles against Aquarion. And the naval battle is pretty much never going to be a winning battle. Like, even if you're using Kiku, like, Illyrian's not going to be any better with naval. They're just not. But I see just in the long term, Aquarion, if they know how to get markets, then Aquarion just wins this soundly. There's only 3 turns left of this game. I have no idea how things are going to go. I mean, Tridents before markets. That doesn't seem like a good idea, but okay. Do we even have waterways? Like, no waterways? Like, bubble tridents are really nice, but like, yeah, huh. Yeah, here's the thing, like, his late game decisions are actually pretty decent. Like, Aquatism's totally fair. It's a great answer to, like, Aquarion stuff. This is so weird, like, really, really bad opening, but, like, actually good, like, mid to end game. I'm assuming this person plays a lot of continents because your opening and stuff, your early game decisions don't get punished nearly as hard on continents. So, like, I usually recommend playing a wide variety of map types so then you can kind of get familiar with all phases of the game, because if you play a lot of like Pangea or lakes or drylands, you're gonna get familiar with being punished for playing a bad early game. And then on like continents and stuff, you're gonna need to get very familiar with late game, and like with Archie, you're going to get familiar with losing against Polaris all the time. You know, stuff like that. But when you stick to one map type, you kind of only develop the skills that you really need for that map type. So like this person's got really good late game play, like they know how to navigate the late game, but they did not know how to navigate the early game like at all, and so they kind of like mismanaged their early eco. I mean, even their late game eco, it's like not perfect, like definitely some questionable decisions still, but like way better than their early game. Like their early game, like I legit thought was like sub 1200, but now like their mid game feels, or their late game feels like a solid like 1400, like a pretty big contrast. Which, yeah, it's pretty interesting to see, but like to whoever submitted this game, I would highly recommend practicing on some other map types. Those skills will also help you on continents, because like developing your eco faster is just a useful skill. It'll help you be a more well-rounded player, which is a good thing. I wonder if the Illyrian player like manages to win. Like, again, all the Aquarian player needs to do is just get markets, so then they catch up economically, and then they're just good to go. Oh, wow. Wait, did they just... No, they don't. I mean, if the Aquarian player... I don't know how good their market spots are, but I mean, they win math, so surely... I mean, did they go math for the sawmills, or did they go math for the puffers for some reason? For some reason, I'm thinking the latter. What even is happening from the Aquarian point of view? But yeah, it looks like Illyrian is just going to play the late game better than the opponent, and win off of that. Yeah, how was the Aquarian? Oh boy. I mean, oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I was kind of wow. Wow, this spawn is what? Oh, it's this ruins messing up everything. I'm like, why is there like nothing in this area? It's because of the ruins. It ruined. Get it? Like, come on, guys. You laughed at that one, didn't you? It ruined everything. Oh my goodness. Because yeah, if we look city count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, it's 8 on 8. But like eco-wise, one person has sanctuaries, one person doesn't. Why did they go math? I don't get it. And like they also just didn't border growth this. You could get like a really good sawmill spot here. Yeah, kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, I guess the markets were not the greatest here. But I feel like you could have set them up, because if you get like, oh, you don't even have farming. Jeez, yeah, I don't know what the Aquarian player could have done. Honestly, maybe they were just screwed, and like, I mean, Illyrian just had no problem outlay gaming because it's Illyrian. I'm led to believe I cannot talk today. Led to believe around 1400 though. I might say like 1350 though, but even if your elo is higher than that, no, it isn't. Nuh-uh. Let's see. 1350. That is not 1350. That is... wow. I don't know if this was just like they played a really bad opening, like an absolutely atrocious start of the game, and it was just like a complete outlier and they normally never play like this, or if I was right and they strictly play continents and consistently play their openings terribly but just never get punished, and you know, Illyrian's pretty good on continents. I still think Aquarian is generally better, but like Illyrian I'd say is a close second actually. Although, I mean, there's also like Zabasi, which kind of competes. It's complicated, but Illyrian is definitely a strong tribe on continent, so if you play them all the time, even if you make a bunch of mistakes, you're still going to be pretty high elo. But yeah, I guess I'm off by a bunch. That's guess the elo for you. But yeah, like and sub, and have a good one.